Welcome back. I'm Michael Bull, and this is the Commercial Real Estate Show. Thanks for listening on one of the radio stations around the country. Maybe you're listening to us on iTunes or the show website, or maybe you're watching us, right? It's Commercial Real Estate TV. We're on our YouTube channel and commercialrealestateshow.com. Thanks for being with us. Our show today is how real estate decisions impact your business. And before the break, we were talking about lease versus purchase decisions. And as I mentioned, for most businesses, you should lease. It usually makes more sense. Now, there are some companies, closely held companies, and even large companies that prefer to buy. So let's talk about some ideas there. First of all, think about the equity you build up. We have sold so many buildings for companies that when they sold the building, they're like, whoa, this is a windfall. I can't believe this. Because when they bought, they realized at the time that they could make a better return invested in their business. So they bought for various reasons, like controlling their space, controlling their occupancy cost. And it's seemingly they went in kicking and screaming to buy the real estate because they felt like they had to. But then just time flies as you're paying bills, right? As you're running the business, time flies. All of a sudden 10, 15, 20, 25 years goes by. And now you may have created some real equity in real estate, and that can be to a great advantage to you as the owner or leader of the business. Maybe you're buying it in your own LLC and you're leasing it to your business, so the business writes off the lease. You're able to depreciate the rental property, so it can have some great advantages. Now, the building up of the equity, I'm a proponent of buying real estate. I think real estate is one of the best investments out there, especially commercial real estate. There's some other advantages to owning your building. One is lenders like it. So if you bought a building and you've owned it 5, 10 years, what have you, and then you really want to raise some equity to expand your business, open additional locations, then lenders like that you have that asset that can help secure that loan. So it can be a great way to grow your business and use that asset. Another thing that can be great with doing that, buying your building, is to do a sale-leaseback. So let's say that you've had the business for a number of years, you're thinking about exit strategy, and you may want to consider selling the business, and you may want to consider selling the real estate. Well, for the most part, every potential company can be different. But one of the things that we've seen is consider selling your real estate first, separate the tax years, and you sell the real estate to someone based on your credit, length of your lease, the building, its location, and things like that. Then maybe they'll pay a 7 cap, 10 cap, 6 cap, depending, like I said, on the location, the credit, and the lease. There are a lot of things in a sale-leaseback that will change the value of that property when you sell it. We'll put a link to an article I wrote about that down below on the website if you're watching or listening to the show there. But that can be a great way to raise capital and to expand your business, or if you're in that sell-out procedure. Now, the next year or when you sell the business, your business buyer doesn't have to buy the real estate and use his equity to buy the real estate. So you sell the real estate to the people who will pay the most for it, and your business to the people who will pay the most for it. So there can be some great advantages to buying real estate, and I am a proponent of it, right? I own some real estate myself. Well, let's talk about some things to consider when you're determining the location for your business. Obviously, you want to understand the demographics. Where are your clients? Where are your customers? Where are your employees? Where are the companies that you supply? All the things that impact location. You also want to think about the psychographics, the personality, the values, the opinions, the attitudes and lifestyles of the people in certain areas. Also, you want to think about the commutes and the drive time. And one thing that you might want to consider is the drive time of your customers and things going there. So instead of looking at a 1 or 3 or 5 or 10 mile radius, look at the drive time to get there, because you might have a location that's near a freeway and you can get people from further away. The other thing to think about, and I like how it's talked about in the book I mentioned before, where they talk about agglomeration or clustering or putting your business near similar businesses. And you've noticed that fast food companies and restaurants, they've been doing that for years, the advantages there. But also they're running tech companies and other businesses that are using similar types of employees. There can be some great advantages to clustering. Think about this: if all the tech employees, the high-tech type of employees that you use in your business are living maybe in the midtown area in town, and then you put your business is located out in suburbia, well, you might have trouble with retention and recruiting. And you really want the best working at your business, don't you? So think about that. It may be helpful for you to be near your employers and even near your competitors. Another thing that tenant reps like us around the country can do for you is a gap analysis, a retail gap analysis, a medical gap analysis, and tell you where there's openings, where there's opportunities for your business. So, there's a lot of analytics out there right now, and you really want to take advantage of them. You also want to think about ingress and egress, people getting in and out. You want to think about mass transit. You want to think about adequate parking. You want to think about the anchors around you, what's attracting people. You also want to think about traffic counts and visibility. And I know I'm talking about a lot very quickly, but a lot of our listeners and viewers around the country are very experienced. So I know most of you know all about this. If you have further questions about this, I know I'm hitting a lot very quickly. Feel free to email me at michael@bullrealty.com. I can give you some more information on any of this. Now stay tuned. I'm going to have some mistakes that you want to make sure you avoid when you're making real estate decisions for your business. This is the Commercial Real Estate Show. Hey there, thanks for checking out the Commercial Real Estate Show. Don't miss a video of special interest to you. Be sure to subscribe below. And if you appreciate the videos, be sure and thank our sponsors. There's a link to more information about them in the description. For more videos, podcasts, and articles, check out CREshow.com.